In our Metro Atlanta real estate market update for the last 7 days, there were 1,897 new listings added to the first multiple listing service right here in Metro Atlanta. You heard that right. That's almost 2,000 new listings for the week. There were 1,973 homes that went under contract. Those of you who listen most weeks, you know I'm looking for there to be more listings coming on the market than there are homes going under contract. And this week there were 76 more homes that went under contract than were listed. Last week there was about 80 more listings than went under contract. So the market is a great opportunity for anybody who wants to sell a home. And to be honest with you, buyers who are in there and can stick it out and figure out how to compete favorably with other offers, you can figure out a way to win as a buyer as well. There were 2,042 closings for the week. That is a lot. There was 115,000 closings in Metro Atlanta in 2021, so 2,000 closings a week would put us on track to be in a very similar level at the end of the year. And here's the real kicker. For the last 7 days, there was a total of 715 listings that had a price decrease. Those of you who listen every week are probably tired of hearing me say this, but for buyers who don't believe there are any sellers out there that will be reasonable and are motivated appropriately and willing to negotiate with you, my suggestion is you need to make sure that you're taking a look at those 715 listings. If you are working with an agent and they are not showing you a list of properties where they believe a seller might be more motivated to negotiate with you than other listings, I say you might need to think about looking somewhere else for some help. The reality is you need to be looking for listings that had a price decrease. You need to be looking for listings that have been on the market for, let's just say, longer than 20 days, maybe 21 days or longer, because in many cases, sellers start to get nervous when a property's been listed that long and hasn't gone under contract. And you also need to be looking for listings that are back on the market, meaning they were pending or they were active under contract or whatever status that might have indicated that they were under contract, and all of a sudden they come back on the market. In today's world, it is not uncommon for buyers to get cold feet. You have 20 buyers trying to buy a property, and the winning buyer looks back a day or two after they became the winning buyer, and they decide, OMG, what did I do? And so just because you lost something on the first round doesn't mean you shouldn't try to submit a backup offer, and it doesn't mean there aren't other opportunities as the property should come back on the market. So if you're a home seller and you're thinking about timing the market correctly, it could be that now is the time to list. We're already starting to hear grumblings from around the country that inventory is starting to increase. In fact, in many markets out west, there are substantially more price decreases in listings today than there were this time 30 days ago. And so it could be that the market is starting to soften somewhat. Not here in Metro Atlanta, but normally what happens on the West Coast, it makes its way to Metro Atlanta. So if you're trying to time the sale of your home to coincide with the highest part of the market, you might want to move forward sooner than later to make that happen. If you are a buyer, I believe that help is on the way. I believe we're going to see more inventory coming on the market over the next couple of months because there are so many sellers that want to sell, that want to move on. I know in many cases, by the way, we have sellers who are hesitant to list their home because they're afraid that they don't have any place to go. And this is going to sound rude when I say this, but there's no reason in today's market to worry about that, because as a seller, you are able to control almost all of the terms. In fact, I should say you're able to control really all of the terms of the negotiation. So to think that a buyer could force you to do something that you do not want to do, I just don't think that's the case. I think you as a seller are in control of what you do and when you do it and how you move forward. So I've seen sellers put their homes under contract contingent on them going and finding another home. And I know that might sound hard to believe, but it's true. I've seen sellers close on a house, stay in the house for 3 months, absolutely rent-free, which gave them plenty of time to go out and figure out what is next in their world. So it could be now is a really, really good time to move forward.